I asked heaps of questions on my Instagram about maladaptive daydreaming stuff, and I'm gonna answer them in this video. Someone asked me, how do you sleep? Like, that was their question, how do you sleep? And I don't know. Because they were saying that their trigger was lying in bed, and I used to have this problem. One of my triggers was lying in bed, and sleeping was a really big issue for me. I don't know how sleeping or like lying in bed stopped being a trigger for me. I kind of almost grew out of it, because when I was a kid and when I was younger, it was a really big issue for me, but I just kind of grew out of it. So I don't know what advice I can give to you. I think later on when I got older and sleeping wasn't a trigger, I still was spending a lot of time before I was going to bed daydreaming, but then I kind of made the conscious effort to change my routine. And I say this, and it's not going to sound appealing, because when I say this, I'm talking about it took me months and months of like conscious effort to change. It's okay. I can edit it out. It's okay. Okay. If I put this in the video,
how do I open this?
This is my friend.
Why do they have like a packet for like one Tic Tac?
This is my friend that I was talking about in the video before, because I was like, I made a friend.
Oh my god, yes.
I was like, I made a friend. Aww.
I'll be back.
Anyway, over the course of like months, I made myself daydream at a different time of day, and it was difficult because I didn't feel like I was, daydreaming enough, and it wasn't right, and it was quite painful actually, but it's not something it's not fun, right? It's not fun. Sleep is so difficult when you're a maladaptive daydreamer, especially if lying in bed is a trigger. I'm so sorry that that's an issue for you. I remember when it was an issue for me, and it was not fun. So when I say that I tried to daydream at a different time, basically I told myself, okay, I looked at my schedule and I was like, okay, this couple of hours here is when I'm going to daydream. I'm going to like force myself to daydream. I don't care if it's like I don't have a scenario. I just need to be in my paracosm, and I need to daydream. And then I was less likely to feel like I needed to daydream later on in the day, especially like lying in bed. So my biggest advice is to force yourself to daydream at a different time, and hopefully you'll like not need to do it later on. The next question I have is, do you have any figures that you have, like dolls or things? Kind of. I have multiple Care Bears. I have quite a few Care Bears that are kind of like comfort things in my paracosm. So like my para-me is comforted by these, like really, really attached to these Care Bears. So yes, I do. I have Care Bears. I also have this watch. I had another watch, but it kind of broke and stopped working. I'm sorry about the background noise. When I graduated high school, I got this watch, and I told myself that my para got it for me, and then it died and it broke. But then I got this one, which is more expensive, so hopefully it doesn't like die on me, because that kind of broke my heart. But yeah, I was like, my para got this for me. Oh, also this ring. I mean, someone actually got this ring for me, but the reason they got the ring for me was because I said to them that my para got my Parami a ring. So they got me a ring and was like, yay, now you actually have a ring and you didn't actually get it for yourself. So this question, it makes me laugh because they've asked, how do you avoid daydreaming when triggers are everywhere? Because I made a post on my Tumblr a long time ago, before YouTube, I'm pretty sure. And I said, everything is a trigger. It's just some things are more of a trigger than others. That's the question. How do you daydream? Actually, if someone actually has a really good answer to this, leave a comment, because that is a question that we all have, because there are triggers everywhere. I mean, I can't, you go into shops, there's music, I have to go on a bus to get there, I have to walk there. I mean, if I'm anywhere I have to walk, I'm either walking or I'm on some kind of bus, car, train. So I suppose if there's going to be a time where you need to not daydream, the advice that I had for the first question goes for this one, is to schedule time before this to daydream. This can go both ways. I know that making yourself daydream can kind of make you want to daydream more later in the day, but this used to happen to me. But now what happens is, if I daydream more before I need to not daydream, then I'm less likely to kind of be stuck in a daydream, and I'm able to be okay and not daydream. So yeah, biggest advice for you is to schedule time to daydream outside of that time that you need to not daydream. I got a lot of people asking me, do I have any tips on how to not daydream while you're trying to study? I do have a whole video for this if you wanted to watch that. Again, this is always my advice, but it is something that has really helped me, but is to schedule time to daydream in your day, because don't just avoid it, because that's not gonna happen.
I like this one.
It looks cute.
Thank you.
Schedule time to daydream. Who knows about my daydreaming? Everyone who knows in my life kind of knows, because they found my YouTube channel. I don't think there is a single person in my life that I have been like, hi, I do this thing. Everyone has just accidentally found my social media and they're like, what is this? People that I'm the closest with, or at least a particular person, hi, if you're watching this, probably exposing them here, like, people are gonna figure out who it is. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't say that, because then you actually are gonna figure out who it is. But the person I'm closest with, I kind of met through social media, through my social media where I talk about this. So everyone knows, because I'm so open on my Instagram about this. Like, I have my YouTube linked. I talk about it on my Instagram, so yeah. People know about it, but not because I've told them, because they've stumbled across things where I'm like talking about it. Actually, there's some tea behind this. If you want to know a story time of when someone found my YouTube channel and like, oh my god, I'm so thankful I'm not in that situation with that person anymore. They need some professional help, because no. Yeah, anyway, someone found my YouTube and Tumblr account, and there was a period of time where I did not post videos very often, and like I had no content for a really long time, at least no good content, because of this person. So if you want to know the tea, maybe I should do a video. Have I ever created a new paracosm on purpose? No. I don't think so, no. No. I have made a whole video on the creation of my second paracosm if you're interested in that. But I basically, recently, like this year, I accidentally created a new paracosm. I was daydreaming about these paras and I kept trying to put them in scenarios with my main paras, but they wouldn't work. And I realized that the storyline and the backstories of these paras didn't match my other paracosm. And so I realized that I had accidentally made a new paracosm, and it wasn't intentional, it just happened. I think making a new paracosm is a lot harder than it sounds. I've definitely tried to make a new paracosm, but it doesn't work. I'm actually curious, has anyone like made a new paracosm on purpose? Because it seems like really hard to do that. That's all the questions we're going to answer in this video. But don't worry, if I haven't answered your question in this video, it's okay, I'm going to do a part 2. So you will definitely have your question answered. If you want, if I haven't answered a question that you really, really, really want answered, leave a comment, okay, and I'll put it in my part 2. Maybe part 3. We'll see. Bye-bye.